Hi friends and welcome to my channel. In today's episode I will be refinishing this beautiful desk, and I have had this for about 3 weeks, and as always I've been dying to get my hands on it, but I am a wife and a mother of 3 beautiful young children. The oldest is 5, and so I don't always get to do that, but when I do I'm very thrilled to do it. Anyway, you guys, go ahead, take a look. I took a few video shots of what the top looks like. It's quite hard to see, but it has some veneered finish of 2 layers. See, this one at the bottom, this one at the top. And I put some wet rags over 2 days. It literally took me, well, yeah, about 2 full days. Yesterday, it's about 5:30 or no, 5 o'clock, I'm sorry. And yesterday in the morning I put the rags on. You don't want to make them ever too wet when you put the wet rags on to loosen this up, because you don't want to damage, if it's real wood underneath, you don't want to have it look like it bled through or any of that. So I went ahead, put the rags and slowly lifted it. I was able to lift this thinner layer all the way, but this thicker layer is pain in the butt. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I lift the rest of this out, and then we're gonna sand it down and refinish it. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple voiceovers now to explain you a little bit better how I am working on this project. And I have begun by, like I said, over the 2 days slowly adding more water, like moisture, to the rags so I can lift this all this veneer. And finally the first top lifted pretty easily, but the second top wasn't cooperating, so I had to use a little bit of a force. But once I removed that and it was all ready, I filled it up with a little bit of putty and sanded it up. But just use any scraping tool for this type of thing and that works. Maybe you may need a little hammer just for, you know, for a good little push to get under all that veneer. But underneath was a beautiful wood, so it was what I was looking for to work with. Now that, you know, it's all lifted and ready, I went ahead and sanded it up with 150 grit sandpaper to prep it for paint. Take it to the streets. I did have to scuff by hand the edges just because this desk had already lost 2 layers of veneer, and you know, I didn't want to get rid of more detail. And as you can see, I did the white wash stain with that blue color. However, I did not like the outlook, so I filled all the little nicks in it and painted it blue just like I planned originally. This desk has mind of its own, just like its owner knows what it wants. But no, this desk is going to a really good friend of mine, and it definitely describes the personality of my friend. But I'm using a rustolem paint in blue, and I think it's ocean blue. I don't quite know, but I will put it on the screen. And I'm just going all over all the details, all the, you know, top of it, and painting it up. That you're coming by. I know that summer was a big mistake. I just hope that we're still okay. You always pick me up and let me down. We're spinning around, losing our minds. Damned if we do, damned if we don't, damned if we give in.
we're drunk and the music's loud.
Now I'm going over with krut cutter and spraying all the drawers. They have had remnants of crafts, like glue residue and all kinds of paint splashes and just oils and dirt that collected over years. So I left them for about half an hour and then came in with soap and water and scrubbed them off and scraped all the goo off. And I thought just using a krut cutter was gonna do the job. Nope. I had to use a little scraper to scrape all the goo off as I was cleaning with the soap. I had to get the paint spatula thingy and just scrape tons of the goo. But although I wasn't able to remove all of it, they did look much better after I cleaned them. Forgot about it, but I actually even ended up using sandpaper in some areas because things just weren't coming off, and I thought maybe sanding it would just help out with getting some of the goo off, and it did. I mean, nothing was perfect. It is extremely old piece, but it did do justice. It did do a better job after doing all that stuff. I was so excited to finally start painting these drawers. For one, obviously it meant that the piece was almost done, but for two, I got to see the color come to life on all those beautiful details. This dresser, it was just an incredible craftsmanship. Oh my gosh, I keep raving about it, and I just love the way things turn out, and I really hope that friend of mine gets to enjoy it for many years to come, because yeah, this piece is just beautiful. Whoever made it definitely deserves a praise. To highlight all the beautiful detail, I went ahead and used black wax, and after of course I placed a bunch of it, I was spreading it slowly and highlighting all that beautiful detail. And I know it does not look like it very well, and it's hard to capture what the finished outcome would look like but while doing it. But once you're done with wax and you spread it well and seal it with the clear wax, it actually helps to sort of blend everything in. So when you see the finished product of the piece, you'll see what I'm talking about. And the nice part is that all those details got to be highlighted. But, yeah. And yes, as always, I am watching Kendall Ray and Bailey Sarian for, just to keep my mind occupied, to, think of something else other than work. But also I just wanted to say, while you see me working here on highlighting all the detail of the frame of the desk, you do want to take your time doing it, because black wax can be quite tricky to work with. If you take too much at once,
spreading it is not gonna be that easy, and it's gonna leave a blotch, spot. And so yeah, just if you are willing to try it, always take your time with it. Take a little bit, wipe the brush slightly on the rims of the jar, and yeah. And now I'm going and sealing everything with clear wax, and as I'm doing it, you're gonna guys see how much blended it all becomes. You don't see too many of the black highlights. You see some to show the dimension of the furniture and of all the unique design of it, but you don't see like blotches of just wax being put on certain spots.
You to stay. You take me to paradise. That's why it's hard to wait. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while now. A simple question. Can I get closer? Just for motivation. Can I be around you for motivation? Just a little while now. A simple question. Can I get closer? Just for motivation. Life is hard the way it is, but with you it's easier.
So I know I have raved about Jolie wax so many times before, but I do also want to say a few tips on working with it. You want to take your time spreading it very well, and here's why. For this piece it wouldn't have mattered because I already created that vintage two-tone look, but if it was something that I wanted to have just one color and one type of finish, not like two-tone finish that I'm working with here, it would have looked very blotchy had you not spread it well. And it's easier on that aspect. That's when the liquid wax comes in handy and it's easier to work with. However, I've noticed that working on lighter pieces with liquid wax, it always, no matter how good the wax is, always creates a yellow stain somewhere. So I decided to stick with my Jolie wax. I love it, and why fix it if it ain't broken, right? Also, as you guys saw a few shots earlier, you saw how much different and blended the top of the desk especially looked since I spread the clear wax over those black highlights. And also, if your drawers on a piece are very poor, like they looked not very worn as far as all the dirt and debris that did not come off, or the paint stains, use a paper liner, because for those people that buy your piece, opening the drawer would be so much more joyful to be able to see that instead of all those paint spatters or stains that can come off. And obviously to each their own, but that always does help. And in most cases I leave the wood as is, but sometimes it's nice to put the liner on. And you guys, isn't that becoming so pretty once you put it all in? Oh my gosh, I just love it.
What I want, then you go for a week and leave me hanging all alone. Push me back, pull me in, and the other way around. Pull me in, push me back.
This week I complained a lot because I was not accomplishing much, and my husband told me something which brought me to this quote. It says, "The way I see it," and why is it not coming up? So this week I have complained quite a bit because I felt underaccomplished, and I came to a quote. It says, "The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain." Dolly Parton. And my husband then said to me, if you want a beautiful outcome, you have to be uncomfortable. For instance, at that moment it was, the kids being all over me or not listening, or, just making it hard to work with because I did not have as much help that day. Our nanny was not able to help. But you know, like it says, if you want the rainbow, you gotta be uncomfortable. And, you know, I did finish this piece while being uncomfortable and taking care of kids.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want?
Let's remind ourselves what it looked like before. A bit beat up, outdated, very dirty, very dingy, and you know, definitely needed a lot of love. But it was so gorgeous that, you know, it was no brainer. I just wanted to finish it and absolutely loved the whole process of it, except for pulling the veneer. That was pain. That was pain. But if I were to ever give anybody a tip on pulling veneer, take it layer by layer and do it slowly. And here's after. Isn't it so gorgeous? I just love the outcome, and I just really hope my friend does enjoy it. Also, you guys, as I said before, stage your piece. Even if it's sold like mine did, I got very lucky and I sold it before I even finished it. Even if that's the case, go ahead and stage it. Give your friend a chance to have more imagination of what to do with the piece, or save it up for your portfolio, because if you have a custom, you know, piece that somebody wants you to do a commission work, you'll be able to show them your work.
I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you.
As always, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button, please, you guys. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers in the next few months. But thank you, your girl definitely appreciates that, and thank you for all the warm comments I have received. And you guys, I'll see you on the next. Bye, and stay safe out there.
I think I'm falling in love with you.